What's up, Clint? Give everybody a few minutes to get in here. Creo, what's up, buddy? Joe, thanks for jumping in. Polar Bear, Central Valley Adventures. You been on the water, Creo? Brittany M. Appreciate all y'all jumping in. Out here dragging baits today. There's a dink. Channel cat, it ran right at me as soon as I hooked it. I don't know if how good y'all can see it. He's bloody, but he'll be all right. He was hooked right in the bottom lip. Got gizzard shad for bait. I threw my net one time and had so many I couldn't even pull it in. When I get these smaller gizzard shad like this, I just cut them right in half. Thanks, Kevin. I just seen where you just shared it right there. That's what the dinks do to a shad head. Good morning, Dee. Chad. Is it even still morning? On 12:05 when I started this, so I guess it's not. I'm ate up with chiggers, y'all. I went out catching bait Friday to a little public pond we got catching bluegill and got ate up with chiggers. What's up, Catfish and Dreams? I hope that wind noise ain't too bad, y'all. All right, thanks, y'all. Kevin, I thought about you the other night. We were somewhere and this girl was out. We were eating or something, and she had a tattoo on her arm of a palm tree. And the first thing that hit my mind was motoring. I'm right now right in the spot where I caught that fish that's actually in the thumbnail picture. Kevin. I got the lake all to myself. It's been raining all day and all night last night. Everybody thought I was crazy when I said I was leaving to go fishing this morning, but it's crazy. There's so much bait in this area right now. I'm hoping that the catfish are following the bait. They should be coming off a spawn. Well, they're evidently coming off a spawn. I've got 3 decent ones in the last week, so I got about a 20 pounder, a 30 pounder, and then that one I call a 50-ish. It was somewhere between 45 and 55. I got all those in this past week. The 50 came from 20 yards in front of me right here Wednesday on a short trip after work. Alicia, yeah. I ended up sleeping all day yesterday. I fished from Friday night, like 9 o'clock till 9 or 10 yesterday morning. And went home and took a shower and ate something and went to bed. Got up at like 7. I was planning on being back on the water by 7. And Lindsay's just like, just stay home. So I just stayed home. She fixed me some tenderloin. And we ate supper and hung out. And I went back to bed and got up this morning. Catfishing dreams, they're not all that small. They're just not the big ones I like to get. They're 6, 7, 8 inches long. Hey Eddie, what's up? Yeah, Palmetto. I'm actually I'll go ahead and do that. We got 14 people in here, so right now it is me and Clinton Payne, I think, is who's behind me in my pool, and then Kayak Mike is third. The top 2 spots will transfer to the next round. And the way we did the first round is it was there was 10 of us in it, and Mike did a random number generator on a live, and and those 5 in each group are fishing against each other. The top 2 out of each group transfer to the second round, and it's 2 overfish. I've got big fish rolling around me right here. It's 2 overfish, which is 32 inches, and then 2 as close to 30 inches without touching 30 inches or 32 as you can get. And right now in my group, I think is who it is. And then Kayak Mike. And then in the other group, it's Dan from Green Machine. And then Kayak Catfish. And then Clint from Circle Hook Productions. And I don't know if Clint's fishing today or not. He was in here a minute ago. Thanks, Lyle. And then in the second round, it will be whoever won Group A versus whoever's number 2 in Group B. And in the other side, it will be me. And right now, it'll be Kayak Catfish that I take on. And we'll be head to head in whatever format we pick. We have 6 days. We can either choose to fish all 6 days. We can make it a 24-hour event. and do whatever, size fish. I'm pushing for a 24-hour tournament, and you can fish any 24 hours in that period of time. That's what I'm wanting. And if it comes down to me and kayak catfish, which you got till midnight tonight to fish, and anything can change in that amount of time. But we have already decided ours. It'll be a 24-hour. We have to tell each other by tomorrow evening which 24 hours we want. And it'll be the 3 biggest fish. Awesome, D. And I don't know, kayak catfish is awful good. Our scores in the first round have been pretty close to each other. I feel like I've got a real shot at beating him. And then Dan will be versing Clinton Payne, which Dan's up there on that James River, so he's automatically my pick to win. I'm getting rained on now. I may have to cut this short. Just because of the James River. Clinton's a heck of an angler too. He's right behind me in our pool right now. Yeah, Kevin, this is our national championship, and Mike worked on this really hard to figure out what he wanted to do. Hey, Chris, how's it going, buddy? But yeah, Mike worked really hard, so. Yeah, Kevin, we could do the same exact thing. If we had 100 people involved, the way you got into the national championship, the King Cat that we're calling it, is you had to either finish first or second in 2 tournaments in the past 6 months, from January through June, and then you had to at least have entered 3 tournaments with us, and that gave us 10 qualifiers, which there was probably 20 or 30 tournaments in that. Well, there was a dinker. Those are pretty good sized chunks of shad I've got out, so. But it makes it interesting. Justin, that's the reason I didn't. Justin Johnson from Kayak Catfish, he burns those 31-inch slot fish, 31.5-inch slot fish up. He is almost untouchable in those. He's been beat a few times. Dan can keep up with him when Dan gets to put the time in. I think Dan's beat him out in a couple of them. You guys can go over to Kayak Catfishing Tournaments, and that's the group on Facebook. Join the group and keep up with it on there. Mike updates the standings regularly. And then we're also doing our regular Big Fish Month long, which I'm in right now. Mike updates all that on the KCT channel as well. And I think right now it's Dan, and then Kayak Mike, and then me in that one. It's a 7 biggest fish total. Yeah, Kevin, time on the water. And that's honestly, that's the only way I keep up in these tournaments. I don't catch a lot of big fish, but when I do get out, I make sure I'm out as much as possible. So at a month-long event, just like last week, I pulled 70 to 80 hours on the water last week. And if I wasn't working or sleeping, I was fishing. And which I had a 4-day work weekend, and that helped with that. But I may put in 20, 30 hours just to get a 35, 40-inch fish. But that's what it takes for me to compete. And Joe Walton, he's in here from Surviving with 812. He's got a saying. He says, if you want it, go get it, because ain't nobody going to give it to you. And I ain't letting nobody have it willingly. I'm going to take mine. I'm going to be out here and earn mine. Dan pulls some long trips. He'll pull some 18, 20, 24-hour trips sometimes. Yeah, Alicia, I figured it would be like that yesterday. What I tried to do is go home and sleep through all that, and then I was going to come back, but I got some sleep and got some rest, and it made me lazy. Kevin, it's not a machine. I'm just sitting on a kayak. I mean, it's not hard. It drives me insane. I see these big fish rolling out here. I just can't make them bite. I've got baits suspended, baits dragging behind me, but there's a little one pulling on the blue cat rod. I pulled baits out here the other night for like 12 hours straight, but I didn't have any little baits on. I mean, I probably caught 4 or 5 little fish that ate whole bluegills, and I had a couple of bullheads. I pulled them for a while. Yeah, thanks, Kevin. I need it. Alicia. Yeah, Michael Murillo. I know they're in here feeding on these shad. I mean, I see them in here when they roll like that. I know they're busting them shad balls. I had live baits on when I got here. I had those gizzard shad. I had 4 of them on live until they died. What's up, Catfish Heroes? Thanks, buddy. J Dog, what's up, buddy? Alicia, I've got it set on 0.7 right now. Trying to go a little faster just to cover more water. And you have to vary your settings on your trolling motor all day. Y'all, I keep this in my hand the entire time I'm out here. The wind will hit me in the face and it'll slow you down. And you got to adjust the trolling motor for that. And then in 5 minutes, it'll hit you from behind and speed you back up. Big Slim, what's up, buddy? There you go, Murillo. Thanks, buddy. I'm right now exactly where I hooked the fish that's in the thumbnail on this video. There's a slight ledge here, and then it drops off again over there to that side of me. It's got another about a 1 foot ledge, and then it's just a mud flat that tapers up onto that far bank over there. I normally, when I get here, I start shallow and pull my way out into here, but I just had those baits, so I just got the bait in the kayak, and as soon as I got it, I just started pulling baits. I wanted to try some live ones. Justin's Fishing Fetish, what's up? But we're also doing our regional tournament right now. It's for Kentucky, Ohio, and Indiana only. You can only fish those waters. You can live wherever you want to, but you can only fish those waters for that tournament. And it's the 5 biggest fish for the month. And I don't think Mike's got the standings posted yet for it. The way we do that one is you got till the 10th of the month to pay in on that, but fishing actually starts on the 1st. So you can actually start fishing for 10 days before you pay in if you choose to. Most of us pay in the first or second day of it, but the reason we do that is, I mean, a lot of people out here on kayaks, it's open to bank anglers as well, but a lot of people just don't have the money, the last day of the month to pay in before the 1st. So we just leave it open for 10 days. That way, some people get paid every 2 weeks. They'll get a check in that amount of time. Some people pay in that the first Friday they get paid, I mean. And we keep the entries on that one pretty low. They're usually $20 to $30. It's the 5 biggest fish for the month. I'm pretty sure I'm leading it. I mean, I've got 3 decent fish. I've got a 42-inch fish, a 30, 37 and a half, a 35, and a 32, and a 27, I think, is my 5 links on that one. Yeah, hooks and hammocks. They are. It's usually a $20 tournament, and then you got an option to buy in for the $10 big fish pot, which most everybody always buys into both of them. Sometimes we do away with the big fish. We throw some crazy stuff out there in that tournament. We throw it out there. Sometimes it may be the biggest shad you can catch, and your throw net will be added to your score. Uh, Sometimes we'll do the biggest bluegill you can catch throughout the month and add it to your score. But it's almost always 20, $30 to get in on that one. And it's usually a close race. Like last month, I think 30 inches determined the difference in first and last place. And it was I can't remember if it was the 5 biggest fish last month in that series. I think it was a slot tournament. Yeah, Alicia, most of the ones that are that high are like national in-person tournaments, or the Fishing for Autism tournament that we do. I helped out on that one here uh, last month, and it was like, I think it was $100 or $125 or something. But I mean, 20% of the entry fees went to a good cause on that, so I don't mind paying in that much money. What's up, Wild Turkey? I seen a comment here a minute ago. Yeah, Alicia, I used the Navionics for my speedometer for a long time. I didn't even run a fish finder. Honestly, I didn't have any reason to run a fish finder. That was a pretty good little fold down right there. That bait's still good. Justin, I'm on Taylorsville Lake. But yeah, Chris, the group on that $30 tournament thing, if you want to get on there and check it out, is Kayaks and Cats official tournament page on Facebook. That's a Santee rig, Alicia. I've got it a 10-aught hook. Uh, these little cheap Demon Dragons. I think I've got them right here handy. They're $15 for 20 of them on Amazon, and got about a 2-foot leader line with a 100-pound barrel swivel and a Santee drifter. Wild Turkey. Now they're a lot more stable. When you get up into these bigger kayaks, they're honestly more stable than a John boat. Larry, he might not be able to comment back to you. He's driving right now. Joe, Larry Oliver said, "What's up?" Me and Joe from 812, we're really good friends. We talk on the phone all the time. Been trying to fish together forever. I have a video, Alicia, on my YouTube page that I did of how to tie the Santee rig. Wayne Cruz is a new subscriber. I just got the notification. Thanks, buddy. I would stay live for longer, y'all. What's up, Jacob? Yeah, those cheaper kayaks are not made for this stuff. They're made for creek paddles. Yeah, Justin, he is. They're made, but those cheaper kayaks like those Sun Dolphins, they're made for creek fishing or creek paddles. You know, just float trips. Maybe get out here on the lake when it ain't crowded and paddle around. Those are the ones that'll dump you upside down in a heartbeat. I started doing this with a Lifetime Tamarack from Walmart, and I mean, I won tournaments with it. I mean, I didn't have nice rods. I had bass gear and a $300 kayak. So I mean, anybody can get into this stuff and be competitive. The big thing with me upgrading was I got a bigger kayak and it was more comfortable and I could stay out longer. It was more stable. You know, pulling a big fish up in it wasn't as dangerous. It's you get a 30, 40-pound blue cat on a $300 cheap kayak and you got your hands full. Yeah, Justin, me and Joe's been trying to get a trip together forever. Every time one of us is freed up, the other one's got something going on. But I mean, as far as stability, I'm on the Hobie PA12 right now, and it's full of water. The hole's probably got 20 gallons of water in it. I didn't check it before I left the house, and I didn't realize it till I got out here. But I mean, I stood up and threw my cast net. It's still so stable. They will flip. Dan from Green Machine Outdoors can tell you that. Yeah, Justin, I've seen a lot of people do those outriggers on those cheaper kayaks. I mean, you got to do what your budget allows. Catfish Cruise hit me up. I'm not on any fish right now, but You never know, that may change real soon. I'm seeing some suspended fish right here now, so I may go down here to this point, throw some planer boards out a couple of feet deep and pull that and try it. I don't have my good planer boards with me. I got my cheap ones. Fishing with the squirrel. What's up? It's uh it's slow today. I've had two. I've only been here about an hour and a half. And I'm trying to stay away. I can go right up here behind me and burn the little dink fish up. I'm not looking for them today. I've caught two of them, but I'm not looking for them. Wild turkey, I would suggest something with a better seat in it. I'll lean up here and show y'all mine. I mean, I've got a big high back adjustable seat. I'm honestly as at home on this kayak as I am at home in the recliner chair. But also, I've never had back surgery either, so let me message my wife back here, y'all. Y'all may lose. Three plus one outdoors. How you doing, buddy? I was pulling for y'all in the Iron Cat the other night. Yeah, Chris, there. I mean, I stay out here 24 hours and sleep on this thing. This seat adjusts up and down. The bottom moves side to side or up and down this way. The back leans forward and tilts forward and backwards. It'll actually recline all the way back where it lays down, but I've got rod holders in behind the seat that won't let it go down that far. My NuCanoe was very comfortable. I had a NuCanoe Frontier 12. It was actually more stable than this kayak, but this one has a lot of nice storage and a lot more comfortable seat. I can't hardly see my screen, y'all. The sun's glaring on it for some reason now. Yeah, it'll go back behind the clouds in a minute. There's one other boat in this on this whole lake out here today. There was one truck in the boat ramp, and it's not even this guy. I think he was up there bank fishing. I was Chad ignoring people. 3+1, it's slow. Uh, I'm running big baits and trying to stay away from the spots up there where the dinkfish are. The dinkfish burnt me up coming across through there. Yeah, Lindsay, it is, but I guess you figured out, Lindsay, that I'm okay. She was texting me and calling me, y'all. No, here we go, Chad. Gonna be petty. Yeah, Lindsay, I said I'm fine. I'm live. Chris started it. You sound like my 3-year old or my 6-year old now, Chad. He started it. Yeah, Murillo, Chad. He's so bored, little fella. People always picking on him. Chris said I finished it. I'm gonna drag past this big tree here. If nothing happens by then, I'm gonna turn around, go back the other way, and put some boards on. We all love Chad. Chad keeps saying he's gonna get down here and fish with me one day, but he never does. Of course, I don't blame him the way fishing's been for me. I wouldn't come down here and fish with me either. Yeah, wild turkey. Them things are everywhere around here. You'll get out here at nighttime and be about half asleep. Come by and scare one of them things off of a log, man. They'll wake you up real quick. Chris, it's not bad up here. On the weekends, you'll have, your weekend warrior bass guys and crappie guys. That's about all that comes up in here. You'll see a few jet skis and a few pleasure boats during the day. 3+1, yeah, July is usually July and August is my best time. But now I done good in the wintertime. It's just sporadic. Mr. Duggar, how's it going? Chad, you was just here at the wrong time with the wrong people. Maybe you should have had D out here with you, Chad. Yeah, I don't usually come out here during the daytime on a weekend. During the summer, once the water temperature starts getting up 60, 70 degrees, that's daytime fishing's usually done. But it was raining today, and I didn't figure anybody'd be out. So right here's literally the first boat I've seen in almost 2 hours. There's one over here fishing. I think they're crappie fishing, but this is the first one I've seen running up the lake. Yeah, Chad, you can't play on this lake in the daytime when it's like that. You can play, you just got to come out and play what the rest of the pleasure boaters want to do. Randall Wade, we're on Taylorsville Lake today. Mr. Gadget, we're out here dragging baits, trying to lock in my spot for this tournament. Got cut shad out on all the rods except this one, and I've got a small bluegill I cut the tail off of. I can't believe I got 29 people in here. I appreciate all you guys for jumping in. Yeah, Chad, you're very important. If it wasn't for you, nobody would have anybody to pick on all the time. What would Dockery do without you, Chad? Justin, we were supposed to have a tournament up there yesterday, and we ended up having to cancel it because the weather that was coming through was supposed to be really bad. I mean, there's a few of us that would have fished it regardless what the weather did, but there's some guys. I mean, I drive up there like 2.5 hours from here just to fish that tournament, and there's some other guys that drive a pretty good ways too. Mike didn't want them to drive up there, and then it started lightning, and us have to cancel it. So we rescheduled it for this coming Saturday. But more than likely, that'll be my 24 hours if I make it through this last day of Pool A tournament fishing, that'll be my day that I really get to hammer it for the second group. So I'll probably end up skipping out on that. Mr. Duggar. I missed something there. Too late, Chad. Yeah, I've got one while I was on the live stream a couple hundred yards ago. I can go right over here in the mud flat and burn the little channel cats and stuff up. That's not what I'm looking for. Uh, yeah, Mr. Duggar, I got so many of these little shad in my net that I had to dump half of them to get the net in the kayak. I kept about 50 of them so I could keep my baits changed out real regularly. But I pretty much just cut the tails off of them and sling them whole. Kentucky catfish, Kentucky crazy cat, crappy cat angler. That's a heck of a name. Thanks for jumping in. Thomas is in here. I hadn't seen him yet. Yeah, there he is. What's up, Thomas? You and Sharina out today? Thomas, you can't wait on the rain to stop. I pulled out of the driveway and it pouring. Some of my best days has been sitting out here in the rain. I got to keep an eye on how long we've been on here because my phone battery's about dead. And I forgot to bring my little charger box with me today, my little external battery. I'll be off here, Chris. Thanks for jumping in, though. I just wanted to come on and give everybody a tournament update so everybody knows where our tournaments are standing. Them chili juju rods, I love them, Mr. Duggar. I'm running the blue cat rods on the back for dragging, and the Chris calls them a channel cat rod. They're a medium action rod. I run them for spin fishing off the front. I love them. It's the only rods I use. And I switched to these from Slime Cat, so this big baits and long weights thing gets boring, but oh no. I guess that means it's time to turn around and go back the other way. Yeah, I'll get to see how stable a kayak is if I can't get this one to break loose. This is the worst part about running 50-pound line on the kayaks, when you go to have to break them off. Yeah, that one feels like the hook too, not the drift sinker. Unfortunately, sometimes they'll come up or I'll pull up whatever's hung on them. That one come unhung. Uh, this is a Abo 6500 CL3. It's seen better days. I ran over all of them with the truck here a while back. They're part of my reels. And these front ones are the Lew's XL 600s, SC 600. I'm sorry. And then this one is the Lew's LXL 60, which is the cheaper version of the 600. I'm actually in the market to get some new reels. I'm just trying to save up some money. Yeah, Thomas, I love them. Oh, yeah. I don't think Chad was looking for my Facebook, y'all. Yeah, Lindsay, he's not looking for my Facebook. I have Chad. He was looking for somebody else. The SC600 is a lot smoother of a reel and it casts a lot better. It doesn't have as much drag, but I mean, I'm on a kayak, so you can't use but so much drag anyway. There comes that wind. Yeah, Laughing Cat, Thomas. It's I think I gave $80 for them at the bait shop local here. You can't beat that nowhere. The silver XL60s and XL60s are like $50, $55. But they're not anywhere near as smooth of a reel. It must be about to get rained on because that wind's starting to pick up a little more and the clouds are starting to darken back up. Let me check my phone battery. I gotta have a battery to take pictures for these tournaments. Yeah, we're down to less than half, so yeah, Thomas, I would love to have a bunch of pro rockets, man. I love them. Like you said, that price though, I just can't do it. I'm actually about to buy a couple of Penn Squall. I think they're the 60s. I think is what size they are. Off of Mike, Kayak Mike, and I'm gonna try them out for a little while. Just because I've got two rods at the house that's got junk reels on them because I ran over them with a truck. But Muddy River rods are great though. They stood right up to running over them with a 2500 HD Chevrolet. Didn't hurt any of the rods. Ruined two of my reels, and I ended up taking another one of the reels apart and fixing it. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this, y'all. For it looks like it's fixing to rain on me right here, so I'm gonna end this and get my phone put up, get everything put away dry. I appreciate all y'all jumping in, watching. I'll try to go live again maybe one day this week, or at least by this weekend. Maybe doing some nighttime lives. I got a Uncle Lou's uh, Compex light on the way. I'm gonna try to get it set up this week. Always, Thomas. Thank y'all for jumping on though.